I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for... Hey y'all, it's Kay from Literary Apothecary, and welcome back to another episode of Bibliotherapy Sunday. Now today we're going to be talking about Emma by Jane Austen. I read this as a group read with Evie at She Was Only Evie, Stephanie at Miss Richards Reads, Christy at Christy Lewis Dostoevsky in Space, and Tiffany at A Beautiful Minute. Later today, if you're watching this on day of release, later today, Sunday, August 28th, we're going to have a live show about Emma, and we're going to talk all about it. So there will be spoilers. We'll have a spoiler-free section and spoiler section in that live show, so there won't be any spoilers per se in this video. But if you've read Emma before, please do come join us at 7 p.m. Eastern Time here on my channel. Now, as far as bibliotherapy recommendations go, I have two recommendations that were given by the novel Cure for Emma. The first is being a daddy's girl. So Emma is the ultimate daddy's girl, essentially. This description comes from the novel, straight from the novel Cure. It was just so good, I couldn't not say it as it was written. To her, quote, nervous, frail, and foolish father, whose chief obsession in life is to protect himself from drafts and persuade his friends to eat a nourishing boiled egg. The beautiful, clever Emma is a model of goodness who deserves everything her way. And so, throughout the novel, Emma has to learn the lesson of humility before she can be happy in life and get what she truly wants in life. And then the other bibliotherapy recommendation for Emma is looking for Mr. or Mrs. Right. Now, if you've read any Jane Austen novel, you know that marriage is at the heart of the satire. Marriage and society are definitely at the hearts of most Jane Austen novels, if not all of them. And that is definitely true in Emma. Emma is the town's matchmaker. She spends her free time during her days matchmaking her friends, finding the perfect matches between her friends, and even when new people come into the town, she immediately sets on making matches for them. But Emma lives with her father, and that, you know, is her life. She never thinks about making matches for herself. She's busy making matches for other people. Part of that is her inwardness, her selfishness, that she was raised by a doting father who thinks no one is ever good enough for her. And so she kind of, I think, at least in the back of her mind, if not on the forefront, thinks that also, and doesn't, until a certain point of the book, doesn't think that anyone in town can really match her. Even if she wants a match, she doesn't believe anyone can truly match her. It takes Emma nearly the entire novel to gain enough true self-awareness to see true love was right in front of her face. I won't say who it was because that'll give away spoilers, and like I said, no spoilers. But it took Emma this long to be able to fully have self-awareness and see how selfish she was being and how silly she was being and how cruel she was being to some of her true friends. And it took hard conversations from her closest friends to be able to get to this point. And once she had that self-awareness, that realization, then she saw what was right in front of her face. And well, you'll have to read the rest of the book to find out what happens. But those are my bibliotherapy recommendations for Emma. We've got being a daddy's girl and looking for Mr. or Mrs. Right. Let me know in the comments below if you have read Emma by Jane Austen, what you think this book could be good recommendations for in life ailments. What would be a good bibliotherapy recommendation for you? As always, my Discord and Patreon information will be in the description below. There's no pressure to join either, but we have a ton of fun at both. Keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back. Bye.